This is Greg. You might remember him from my glass house video. I couldn't get him to open his leaves for quite some time, but let's take a look at him now, shall we? Oh, hell no. Greg, how can you be doing me like this, man? Swear down, this plant has waited for me to film this video for it to drop its leaves. He knew we were gonna have visitors and then he'd be walking around this house all naked like a toddler. The nerve! Anyway, people, let's just start this damn houseplant tour and we will be coming back to Greg because it's not over. What a mess. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a bedroom plant tour. This is actually the second part of my houseplant tours. If you haven't seen part one, then I suggest you go and watch that one first before watching this one. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Welcome to my bedroom. In my mind, I thought I only had like 1 or 2 plants, but on reflection, I can see that might not necessarily be the case. My bedroom window faces southeast, so I get plenty of morning sun. Every surface is covered with plants. I can barely watch my TV. Some of my biggest philodendrons occupy this space, but I have a mix of Alocasias, Calathias, and many different other types of plants in my bedroom as well. I also have a whole section dedicated to pink and red plants. I never used to like them. However, as my collection grew, I began to really appreciate the colours, and they are normally the first plants that I see when I wake up in the morning. I'm 18 floors up, but I think these guys enjoy the view just as much as I do. So yeah, I've got a couple of plants in my room. It feels really awesome to be able to film in here, finally. I feel like I've been keeping this a secret from you, but I think we're just going to take one section at a time. Let's start with the back wall here. This is Carmen. She is the biggest philodendron that I have in here. I'm in love with her red stalks. I absolutely love the leaves of this begonia. This plant got so top heavy that it fell down and snapped itself in half. So I ended up growing the top half in water in my bedroom, and it is doing phenomenally well. To be fair, I think it's almost time to pot this one up, but I just haven't got around to it yet. This big boy is Bruce Banner. He is immense. Over the past 5 months, he's just taken over the whole space. He continuously is producing new leaves. Not only are his leaves huge, but also so are the stalks as well. I've made 0 attempt at reining him in because I just think he's fun. But he is literally the definition of man spreading. Next up, I have a mini monstera. It wasn't the best cutting that I got it from, but now it's slowly beginning to get its groove and has started to climb up the moss pole. Guys, can you believe that this is Nile, my black magic Alocasia? This leaf has grown downwards so that it can maximize on the grow lights, but since coming inside, she has completely dropped her black pigmentation since she gets no sunlight. But it hasn't stopped her because she's continuously producing new leaves. This is Hank. Hank is an awesome philodendron. When I got him, I had him outside on the cloud garden, and the direct sunlight really damaged him. If you look closely, you can see all of these spots along his leaves. I think most people would give up on him, but I really didn't want to. For 4 months, he's made no new growth, up until 3 weeks ago, where he produced this brand new leaf, and it's stunning. This is Emma, my philodendron Birkin. Just like the X-Men character, she was meant to be my diamond princess, but as you can see, she's more like charcoal now. I was completely getting her watering wrong. She actually likes moist soil, but now that I've cracked it, she's produced new growth. So I'm pretty confident she'll be okay. This is Kate, my Syngonium albo. You saw her in the first houseplant video. She got sunburned, but as you can see, she has produced a new leaf, and this creamy leaf is still going strong. Normally they die off. This is a Philippine evergreen. I picked this one up from IKEA, and it has just not stopped growing. It's continuously producing new leaves. It's a stunning plant. This is my Triostar Calathea. In fact, these plants are not really Calathias, so that's probably why this one is still alive. but the colors on this are beautiful and it's super healthy. This one can be a little temperamental. I tend to keep the soil on a slightly drier side, and that seems to work. Okay, then we come to one of our first major tragedies, and this happens to be my pinstripe Calathea, and it doesn't look that bad.
Say what?
No, it does. It does. This plant, this has had spider mites. In fact, I can see a few webs on it now, actually. I've not mastered the watering for it, and it's hideous. Let me get a closer look for you. This is what the plant looked like when I first bought it. Absolutely beautiful. But child, now it's a complete mess. Calatheas are such tricky plants. If you've ever unalived one, don't worry, because everyone has. Ugh, it just doesn't matter what I seem to do with this plant. I can't seem to get it right. So what I'm going to do, whilst I'm here with you guys, I'm going to chop it back a little bit and give it a good water, because it is in need of a water. Basically, this has had a spider mite treatment, and looking at it now, I can't see any more webs or any more signs of spider mites. So I'm gonna chop it back, and then I'll give you some updates throughout winter to see how it's getting along. But yeah, let's get to chopping. You've got some choices with Calatheas. You can either chop right down to the base, and that will encourage the plant to make some brand new growth, or you can cut at the leaves, as if you follow the stem down and the stalk is still green, it will produce a leaf from that stem. This is the other half of Brad, my Monstera addisonii. As you can see, this plant is absolutely stunning. Since dividing the two, this one has really taken to the pole, and its leaves are just getting bigger and bigger. It's absolutely beautiful. Now this is the Philodendron silver sword. It is an absolutely stunning plant. I think this is in my top 3 in my bedroom. Look at how big this leaf is, and it's just produced this brand new one just here. It's crazy. It definitely needs a repot soon, but still, this plant is absolutely gorgeous. I got it with, I think, 3 or 4 leaves, but it's constantly producing new ones. It's kind of enjoying the low light that it gets. This is my Never Never plant. It's very similar to a Calathea, but nowhere near as fussy. I got this one from Lidl. I think I paid something like £7.99 and then a couple of pounds for the basket, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Here I've got my Devil's Ivy, my golden pothos. It is huge. It's climbing upwards up the moss pole, but this leaf is almost as big as my hand. My bedroom's pretty cool in the daytime, but at night, it gets just that little bit cooler. One of the main features at night becomes my grow lights, and they have done an amazing job making sure that I've got enough light on some of these plants. It's clamped onto my headboard, and I can turn the lights to make sure that every inch of the bedroom is covered. However, not everything has gone to plan. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you will have remembered my Kisses disc colour, which I got from the Chelsea Flower Show. I'm going to insert just a little clip so you can see what she looked like when I picked her up, and I'm going to show you what she looks like now. There's just a slight bit of difference, you know, you probably could even tell.
Stop.
Oh, hell no. Call the police. The killer's Sir, you should be ashamed of yourself. Nuh-uh. Don't speak. Don't speak. In fact, no. What have you got to say for yourself? I've got no words. No words. But, you know, what I would say is, you know, she's not dead just yet. You know, she's still got this one dry ass leaf that is still green. Oh, mate. It took me 3 hours to get her home from the Chelsea Flower Show all the way to Manchester. And let me tell you, she did not like that journey whatsoever. And you know what? I don't even blame her, because I don't like public transport either. So, you know, they named her Serena on TikTok. She definitely lived up to her diva reputation. But I am sure that come spring next year, she is gonna bounce right back. Ciao, bye. I can't remember which video it was. I said something like I didn't have any trailing plants, and yeah, I do have trailing plants. Although they have got some varying success. My favourites happens to be my Philodendron micans. I absolutely love the colours of this plant. I love the leaves. But recently she's been dropping a whole shed load of leaves, and then she's been making a little bit more growth on top, which seems to be wanting to grow up vertically. So I think what I will do at some point is bring her down, and then I will repot her and give her a moss pole and trellis up. As you can see, the bottom leaves, as always of these trailing kind of plants, are a lot smaller than the ones at the top, and that's because it's trailing, whereas I want to see it get some bigger leaves. So I think, yes, I will probably get this to trellis up. Then one of the next plants I got up the top here happens to be my ivy, and it's a variegated ivy. Now, why I had to invest in the grow lights was specifically for this plant, actually, because of where it is on top of the shelf. It doesn't get any form of direct sunlight whatsoever, and as you can see, it's slowly losing its variegation. So instead of being a creamy colour, it's now a light green. And if I was to leave it, it would turn green completely. So now that I've got the grow lights on it, it's not the same as direct sun, but it is keeping the variegation alive. And it was the exact same thing for these two enjoys that I have growing up here as well. Didn't mean to get two of them. I thought they were both different. I remember getting one from Flourish, I think it was, and then the other one from IKEA, and then when I got them home I was like, oh, okay, it's the same plant. Here's another of my favorites. This is my string of disappointment.
Child, what even is that? Just put it in the bin. No, girl, look at it. Oh, child, get rid.
Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't even like this plant. The only reason why I got it is because one of my favorite YouTubers, Crazy Plant Guy, he has this beautiful string of pearls, and I saw it in the store and I thought, oh, let me try it. I don't know how I've ended up with a string of mushy peas. I mean, just look at it. Anyway, I've got no idea what I'm doing with it. Guys, if you've got any tips for me on this plant, let me know and I will see what I can do.
Me and this zebra plant have been fighting tooth and nail since day one. I had to really take the time to learn this plant. She has to have moist soil, otherwise her leaves turn brown. I bought my Frederick for my birthday and he is continuously pushing out new leaves. I did get a little bit concerned because some of his leaves were dropping, but at his base he's making even more stems, so I'm going to have a massive plant here. I've got a black velvet here too, and that's making new leaves. Complete mess is my Alocasia poly. I had a good run with this plant, but for the past few weeks it has just tanked. Let's get a closer look of it. There's actually two in this pot. Both of them have dropped down to having one single leaf. Let me see if I can get a closer look. Oh, well, now there's one in the pot. Looks like root rot. It's completely squishy, so I'm just going to throw that away. But you guys look, it's not all over. Here's a corm or a seed for a brand new plant. So I'm not too bothered. And although this plant only has one leaf, if we take a little bit of a closer look, you can see it's actually making a brand new leaf as well. So as frustrated as I am, I'm still pretty happy because I know I'm going to get a brand new plant and a new leaf. This looks like a Philodendron, but it's actually an Alocasia. At first glance, it looks dreadful, admittedly. Let's take a closer look. Just like Fred, this plant is now choosing to make more new growths from the base. So it seems to be dropping quite a few leaves in order to use the energy to then make this new growth. Now this Calathea is doing absolutely fantastic. It is gorgeous. It did have spider mites at one point, but after we got rid of them, it is flourishing. Now I believe that this is an Alocasia Wenti. It's beautiful. It also had dropped its fourth leaf, but as you can see, it's just made its brand new fourth leaf. Stunning. Here's my variegated umbrella tree. Now I got this from Lidl. I believe it was only £10.99, but what makes this special is there are actually 2 trees in one pot. Just next to it, this Syrian Alocasia is not looking too good, but if we take a closer look, you'll see actually there are plenty of leaves. In fact, when I got it, there are only 2 plants in the one pot. Now there are about 4 or 5. What I really need to do is separate the whole pot, but that is an effort. Since it seems so happy, what I'll do is I'll just leave it until next year.
One of the most interesting parts of the bedroom jungle happens to be in this tank here. Now this is where Mimi and Beyonce, my 2 goldfish, used to live, but unfortunately there was an issue with the filter and Mimi didn't make it, but B is now in the balcony pond outside. So I had this tank sitting around doing absolutely nothing, and I ended up growing a pothos in it, and it has taken over this tank. So what I'm going to do is, at some point this year, I'm going to completely redo the inside of the tank. The pothos is still going to be the main show, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some of the Medaka fish from outside into here so that I've got 2 different pond or tank systems. What this also means is that I'm going to double my capacity for fish fertilizer. Now I've already made a video on how I use my pond or fish tank water for my plants, but by bringing some of those smaller fish into here and using this tank would mean that I'm going to double my capacity for fish fertilizer. So I'm really looking forward to that. The other thing as well is because those Medaka fish don't need any filters, they should do absolutely fine in here. So if you want to see me aquascaping, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you can watch along. I also want your opinion as well. If you've got a particularly good idea for a theme for inside the fish tank, let me know, because I'll do a bit of research, I'll go and get driftwood if I have to, and we will scape it together.
Well, look at who we have here. Greg. He's made his home in my bedroom, but he's also got a girlfriend. And just look at this. This is Wanda.
This is probably my favorite houseplant in this whole bedroom. Wanda is absolutely stunning. I mean, let's just try and get her in focus a bit so you can see how big she is. This is her newest leaf, and as you can see, when they come out, they come out in this beautiful red color, and even the stems are just so beautiful. She's absolutely stunning. So be prepared, because you will probably see a care video on her very soon, and her brother as well, the green Imperial Philodendron.
Oh, what is this, honey? Oh, not again. What is wrong with you?
Just dormant. You see, that is what the problem is. Yeah, it's dormant.
Are you sure, girl? Because it looks to me like it dead.
So is this one. You see,
oh, I never.
No, you see, these plants are just both dormant. That's what it is, guys. They're dormant.
It's dormant, girl. It's been dormant since July. It is now November. No, girl, I do not know. Enlighten me.
You know, when there's less sun in the afternoon, you know, that's probably what triggered the dormancy in July. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, girl. Girl, I can't even be bothered to give our viewers a close-up of this mess. Just put it down.
I'm done. No, but look. If you just don't look at the mold, there are a couple of little leaves here, and it's trying. No, okay. All right, I'm done. This little cute corner is my guilty pleasure corner. I just love this area. So in this section, I've got some of my beautiful pink plants. I mean, some of them are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this begonia. Have you ever just look, it is huge. Absolutely stunning. And then I've got a pink variety as well down here. She's absolutely stunning. Ah! And I'll insert a clip, but she was actually flowering not too long ago as well. So pretty. I've also got the stingray here, and I haven't had much luck with stingrays. Excuse this dying leaf. Let me get that off. It's only a baby, but the leaves on it are gorgeous, and this is the brand new leaf. So I'm super happy with that one as well. I got this money tree quite a while back, and I got it on discount. I don't think it was doing very well, and as you can see, what I've learned with this plant is it needs full direct sun, and so it's in the corner of this little space that gets the most sunlight, and the more sunlight it gets, the bigger the leaves are. And then it's also, let me see if I can show you as well, it is also producing brand new leaves as well. So there are loads and loads of new buds coming through. So what I try to do is rotate this regularly. So I'm going to put this side so that it can get some more sun. Then, if you remember my Chiltern nursery video, I actually got myself a pink splash, and this one was on sale because it was in such a poor condition. But look at it now. I mean, it needs some shaping, so I need to get rid of some of these dead leaves at the bottom. But it is now turned into this beautiful plant. Really stunning. And this whole section just thrives on neglect. I don't do anything with them apart from water. And as you can see, like, I don't even get in to prune them or whatever. I just leave the whole section, and it thrives. It thrives. Oh! Shut. This is so bad. Okay. So I know I said this section thrives on neglect. This next plant, I think is evident of that. So this is a ZZ, and this, oh girl, you need the water. Right, okay, so I actually cannot remember the last time I watered or moved this plant. Like, I just have not touched it at all. I just look at the leaves are super glossy, it seems happy. Oh. Oh my god, look, it's bursting out, like, literally. But look at it, oh my gosh, look how thick this is. Wow, she is awesome. I haven't even named her, you know, guys. So if you've got a name for the ZZ, let me know in the comments below. She's awesome, man. I think I need to repot her, but let's...
You think? Oh, cha! Those roots be looking like tree trunks. Oh, oof.
The next plant on here is this Tradescantia, and just look at it. I can't remember where I got these from. It could possibly have been the Chiltern video as well. And they were the vines in this pot were half the size. So to look at them now, this is incredible. I haven't even, because I've not touched them, I have not really seen how long they are. This is insane, but it's so pretty. Wow. Now this is a Nanook. Once again, I don't do anything with it. It needs watering, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it's really grown. Now I actually have two of these. I got them at the exact same time. The other one is in my front room, and I kind of moved that one a bit. It gets a little bit less sunlight, but look at the difference between the two.
it's such a cool, peaceful little area. I brought some of the coleus that I've grown from seed indoors, and it has completely taken over the window and is also flowering. Here's my ficus teneki. When I got it, it was half the size. I just wish I knew how slowly they grew, because otherwise I would have got a bigger one. But I can't complain because this one is doing fab. This yucca is actually my second oldest houseplant, and you can see just how much pruning I've had to do. This is one of my newest alocasias. It's an alocasia lowrider. I got this one from Lidl, and just behind it happens to be my biggest pothos. One of the drawbacks of living in an apartment is not being able to hang things up on walls. So this guy just took up space on the windowsill and it's gone crazy. The leaves are absolutely huge. Whoa, no way. Oh my god, those are mealybugs. It's infested. That's absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That is disgusting. Oh my gosh. Right, okay guys, I think it's time to end this tour. Oh my gosh. I think, oh my gosh. Right, okay guys, I think it's time to end this houseplant tour because it looks like I've got some work to do. Oh my gosh. Wow. This must be the most ratchet houseplant tour that you guys have ever seen. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Oh, I need to wash my hands. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye. Oh my god. No way. Let me just look again.